everybody, and welcome to Houston Life on this Thursday, June 11th. Courtney, there's a lot going on. I'm hearing music. Something's falling there at home. I heard some noise. What's going on?
I don't think anything's falling. Nothing's falling. It might have been my pen. I was writing down a note to myself to remember. So maybe it was the click of my pen. I know.
I feel a little
they brought my mic up
discombobulated
early. Who knew?
Today, and this is something that I don't know. Maybe it's the quarantine, the COVID, the wearing of the masks, everything that's happening in the world, the chaos, right? That I don't know. I feel like I could use a glass of wine today, but we don't have any, do we? That's too bad.
No, unless there's some in your water bottle. But,
no,
you know.
It's just water.
There might be some in mine.
We'll have to wait until dinner time. I've been feeling so punchy lately. And yesterday, I am still laughing about that segment we did with Crystal Hammett. Of course, she's certified nutritionist. She's a friend of the show. She's been on the show so many times. And yesterday, when she was talking about like the COVID-15, the weight that people have gained and how we should start our mornings with this power smoothie. Well, she was making this smoothie on the show. If you guys saw yesterday's show, you probably saw this piece of video. In case you missed it, here it is. So she's making this smoothie with almond milk and broccoli. I thought those were tomatoes. They're strawberries. But I was thinking, oh, wow, that is... I was just sort of like sitting here in silence watching that thinking, wow, that looks really nasty. That looks really disgusting.
Oh, my gosh. You are so funny. And, you know, here's the funny thing is that I can't see anything anyway because I'm on a delay. So whatever you're seeing, it takes me a good 15 seconds to figure out what you're seeing. Just kidding. That's not quite that long. But, and I knew immediately when you said, I'm sorry, is that tomatoes in there? I thought... Dude.
No, I didn't even say I'm sorry.
Those are strawberries.
I was like, I've noticed that you've put tomatoes and broccoli in this shake. Tell us, how does it taste?
Interesting.
I was thinking, there is no chance in the world anyone is making your shake. Okay, Crystal, we love you. Nobody's going to make a breakfast shake with tomatoes and broccoli.
Oh, my gosh, dude. The funny thing is, I texted her later on in the evening yesterday because I get that pea protein from her, the supplements, whatever, and the first thing that she responded back to me was, I have been laughing all day long about the broccoli and tomatoes.
Oh, my gosh. I was laughing, too, and people were messaging me on Facebook and Instagram. They apparently, yes, you know, we all make mistakes, and I should point out that
100%.
Even though I can see things at home, better than you can at home is what I'm trying to say. Our monitors are not that large here, and I do have good vision. I had LASIK, remember? I can see perfectly, but sometimes it's just hard to see on these tiny little television screens.
Well, and remember, too, like during the live show, I mean, you're really thinking about the next, you're all over the place. And so when you get a split second to look down or to look at the video, yes, your mind plays tricks on you. So I could, you know, understand sort of, you know, but it's not a tomato. It wasn't a tomato. It's a giant strawberry.
Well, plus there are a lot of things going on during the live show, as you mentioned, like people are talking to you, and what you see is not, I mean, there's a lot going on, right? But the added bonus that I have these days, Tex is extra cuddly, right? He's not here in the studio today, but yesterday, of course, was his 2nd birthday, so he was here in studio. And what people at home don't see, sometimes they can sort of see the back of Tex because he'll come and stick his snout sort of right here where my torso is, because he wants me to pet him. And if I'm not petting him, he sticks his wet snout on my hands and sort of like flings my hand up, so I'll start petting him like, hey, dude, why did you stop petting me? I'm here. So I could be trying to roll the prompter. Whatever my hands are doing, Tex is sticking his little wet snout. So sometimes it's hard to keep focus.
Yeah, TV can wait, okay? TV can wait. Just pet me. That's Tex, not me.
Yeah. TV can wait. Okay, well, I'm glad we could all have a good laugh there and make that protein shake with the pea protein and almond milk and strawberries, not tomatoes. We can use tomatoes in another recipe. How does that sound?
Yes.
Oh, man. So you have a
it.
really great interview coming up on today's show, Courtney. May Musk. And, you know, I mean, say what you will about Elon Musk. He can be kind of, you know, a jerk on Twitter and sort of a hothead, right? But a lot of people are crediting him with sort of ushering us into the future of driving electric cars and getting us into space now in a totally different way than we have in years past with NASA. But it turns out his mother, May, is this incredible woman who really has had to fight a lot of battles in her life.
She actually, this was such a lovely conversation. She's a lovely woman. You know, she's a grandmother of 12. Wow. She has 3 kids, and her life story is quite fascinating. And she wrote her memoir and basically said, you know, she's an ambassador for Dress for Success. And she said at that time in her life when she was raising her 3 young kids, she said she could have definitely been a client of Dress for Success. She was living paycheck to paycheck. She hustled. She got modeling jobs. She was everywhere that she could possibly be to make money. And she did say that the first chapter in her book, she talks about silver is the new blonde. And she talks about the transition that she made from stopping coloring her hair and letting that natural silver gray come in. And she basically said when she started it, it was because of money, that she didn't have the money to color her hair. She was in between jobs, and so was just sort of like, it is what it is. And she is so lovely. And if you guys haven't figured this out yet, she's also a master on TikTok.
She is?
Yes. Yes, it is so awesome. She is such a cool lady, and she's very insightful, very smart, very worldly, but yet a real and very down-to-earth conversation. She was lovely. I mean, our entire interview was almost 30 minutes, and I wish I could play the whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
I just had such a blast talking to her.
Well, I can't wait to see the condensed version that we'll have later on in today's show. And I know that once that interview wrapped up, she feels like the type of person you could have lunch with, you could sit down with and chat for hours.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I just want to pick her brain, and I feel like we went from one conversation to the next. And, you know, she's been in Beyonce music videos, and I mean, she is just one of the coolest people. And I think that's so great, is like, yeah, I wish I could have lunch with her. I wish I could sit down and just have more conversation with her, you know? I mean, who would you want to have lunch with, Derek? Is there anybody that you would ever want to just chat with?
You know, gosh, that's such a difficult question. I've been asked this question before. I always think of Oprah, right? Because there's only one Oprah. There have been a lot of talk show hosts. I mean, Oprah is more than just a talk show host. She's a philanthropist. She has been open about the struggles she's had in her life. She's been open about her relationship with Stedman, and she's incredible. I've had a number of friends work with her and for her, and she's that one person I've never met. I would love to sit down and have a long chat, but I could think of a lot of people I would like to sit down and have lunch with. What about you?
You know, I'm with you on the Oprah thing, but we have met. Like, we locked eyes once on the street in Chicago, so I feel like we've met. We're kind of like old friends, you know?
Okay.
But I would love to chat with her. She's fantastic, so I don't want to steal, you know, who you said, but I always go back like, okay, are we going like way back in time? Is this person still with us? Is the person gone? So there's a few of those categories that I have, but one who's not with us anymore that I think would be an incredible conversation, Princess Diana. Oh,
wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Diana Spencer. I remember it was summer of '97 when she was killed.
Yes.
I remember exactly that day where I was when I heard the news. It gives me chills. She should still be with us. That was absolutely tragic.
I know. So she's one person that I would definitely want to sit down and have tea or lunch or whatever, you know, and just chat.
Maybe a crumpet.
I think it would be an interesting conversation.
I think so too.
A crumpet or two.
I don't know. Well, if you can add a +1 and go back in time, I would like to join you for that. Although I feel like we would have to class it up a bit. We couldn't have our typical conversations about like green juice and bidets. I don't think she would She would like that. Bidet, my good lady. It is a great question, though, and I feel like we need to extend this to our viewers. So visit our Facebook page. Let us know if you could get lunch with anyone, who would it be and why? And it could be, I think it could be anyone, right? Past, present, living or dead. It's Lewis and I have this conversation. His mom, Lewis is one of my best friends in LA. I've known him for years, and his mother passed away. I think it's been about 10 years since she passed away. And Aggie was her nickname. It's cutie. She would have her hair done every week. And he has always said he would give anything just to have 15 minutes again with his mom, to be able to sit down and have 15 minutes with her, just to have a conversation, right? To be able to pick up the phone and call her and have her answer on the other end of the line. And that for me is just a reminder that you got to hold the people you have close, tell them you love them. And sometimes the people we want to sit down and have lunch with and the heroes in our lives don't have to be famous. They're not a celebrity. They are people like working 3 jobs and fighting the fight. And as you mentioned with Mae Musk, a lot of people might look at someone like Mae Musk and think, oh, wow, well, she's kind of famous and her son is super famous and she has it all, and not even think about the adversity she's faced during her lifetime to get there. And I think it is so great when people are able to just pull the door open and say, this is my story. Yes, I was in an abusive marriage. Yes, I was a single mom working all these jobs, paycheck to paycheck, not able to afford money to color my hair. So what an inspiration. And I know that many of us can think of a lot of people in our lives who have been inspiring to us and gotten us through the hard times.
Yeah. And, you know, we say this all the time. It's our inner circle. Our tribe is who we lean on, right? So those are people that we can, and we do every single day, learn from, we grow from, because without our inner circle, without our people, our tribe, we can't explore, we can't get out and grow. So it does take a village, and not to belittle anybody who's in our circle like that. I mean, I've learned so much from you, so much from all of our producers, best friend Lori, my husband, my kids challenge me every day. So yeah, I feel like there's so much going on within our group. And as long as we can acknowledge that and say thank you every now and again, I think we're doing something right.
Oh, that is so nice. Wait, sorry to interrupt you, but you've really learned things from me, Courtney. Do you care to share? I mean, this is amazing. What besides like pranking people with fake bugs?
Finding my inner Carol Baskin, you know, if I were, or, you know, dancing on a stage and, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff.
All kinds of things, right? Well, that is very sweet. And really, I cannot wait to see this interview with Mae Musk. She sounds absolutely fantastic. Also, a piece of good news we should share with our viewers. Remember, we featured the Rodriguez family on our show, and Mrs. Hilton, this first grade teacher who just retired after 30 years in the classroom, and instead of receiving gifts herself, she asked her parents in the school to help out the Rodriguez family. Turns out they were living in an apartment that was filled with black mold. They were having all of these bizarre health issues. They couldn't figure out what was going on, infections. They thought it was just allergies. Well, they have relocated. They are on the mend. Their health is getting better. That's the good news. But a piece of other good news is that our friends over at Lily's Toy Box, Courtney, they decided to help out and donate tons of toys to these kids who don't have any toys anymore, because literally the black mold in their apartment was so bad they had to move out. They couldn't take anything because everything was essentially infected with these black mold spores.
Yeah, I mean, everything had to be thrown away, and I think the thing that the kids were missing the most were their loveys, right? Their stuffed animals. And look at they're just standing there in amazement, which I think is so great. Like, what is happening? The friends at Lily's Toy Box reached out to see if they could help, and then this sweet moment happened. They got a lot more stuff other than you know, Ben and Anna got a lot more things other than stuffed animals. They definitely got their toy box filled with all kinds of goodies. Can you even believe that? That is so heartwarming.
Yeah, they did. And if you check out on Instagram, you just look for Lily's Toy Box, you can see a bunch more videos and photos. It was like Christmas morning for them. All kinds of great stuff.
So sweet. So sweet. Yeah. Oh, I love seeing that. And speaking of some cool, like, feel-good news, we had some big news here in our house the other day.
Yeah.
Sweet AJ, you know, he's now 9, but he lost another tooth.
Oh.
He lost another tooth, pulled it out all by himself.
Look
I
at
know.
that. Wow,
so
he
congratulations.
looks so grown up. Isn't it amazing how losing a tooth can just sort of like make your kid seem so much more grown up in an instant?
I know, and we finally got his hair cut too. So he had some shaggy long hair there for a while, and he looks so mature now. But losing those baby teeth.
Yeah,
but
my
this
nieces
one,
are
I
in
was
the same
very
boat.
proud of him. Yeah, right. I mean, he pulled that right out himself, which normally it's a process. I'll be honest with you, but he did. He'd like, I did it, pulled it out. No
Oh my
problems.
gosh, wow. I used to like wiggle them endlessly until they just finally fell out. My niece Scarlett, who is 7 years old, she just lost another tooth. And it's interesting because her sisters are 5, 9, and 11, 5, 7, 9, and 11. And they've been dealing with losing teeth and getting the pre-braces and the braces.
Right.
So yeah, we're in it as well. And Uncle Derek has braces too, his Invisalign. So it's interesting to chat with,
I know.
with all of our dental needs in the family. Congratulations to AJ and also to my nieces.
Oh, thank you. I know. Did she get her braces off?
Yeah, London got her braces off earlier this week. Oh, there's Scarlett, who just lost a tooth. London got her braces, her pre-braces off. And Bella has had the braces going on, and it is very exciting. It's a very exciting time. There's her before and after on the screen. Gosh, it feels like a lifetime ago since I had regular braces. That was a thing. That was a thing for sure, but...
Yeah, I know. Was that gum in front of them? All the,
yes.
On the table, on the counter, was that all the gum she can chew now?
They were finally able
to
blow a few bubbles.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, coming up on today's show, this is so yummy. We're going to tell you how to spice up your salad. If you're tired of the same old salad game, I know I am. We're going to learn how to prepare an at-home whole leaf Caesar with a spicy dressing and also crushed croutons, because you have to have that. Kyle Noonan with The Rustic will share the recipe.
That looks absolutely delicious. We're also highlighting a family from Katy. They had a very interesting summer staycation idea. Check this out. They created a Disney-themed jungle cruise in their backyard, posted a video of it online. So far, it has about 30,000 views. They are the Stuckey family.
Oh, my gosh.
We will learn more about this video. And wow, that looks almost like the real thing.
It does. I love that. And after the break, guys, we're going to chat with the mother of Elon Musk, May Musk. She's an ambassador for Dress for Success. And besides a CoverGirl model, she's a successful author. In her memoir, A Woman Makes a Plan, she's very candid about living paycheck to paycheck, raising her 3 children, and being in an abusive marriage. My conversation with May Musk is next.
Welcome back. May Musk became a CoverGirl spokesmodel at, get this, the age of 69. She's a grandmother of 12, and she's also the mother of Elon Musk.
Well, she recently spoke on Zoom to women at Dress for Success Houston to share her story, not only of accomplishments, but of struggle. She says there was a time in her life when she lived paycheck to paycheck, hoping to make ends meet, and was also in an abusive marriage until she made a plan. Well, May Musk, this is a true honor to be speaking to you today. I mean, I could go through your resume, your accolades, but I have to tell you, I have gotten so much out of your book, A Woman Makes a Plan, your memoir that you wrote. And tell me, first of all, why did you want to put the memoir? Why did you want to put this out there, the story of your life?
Well, everyone was asking me to write a book. Every time I'd go to give a talk, or I would post something on Instagram, or I'd be on a modeling job, they would say to me, you've got to write a book. Because when somebody would say, well, this is happening in my life, I said, you've got to make a change. You've got to plan now to make a change. And then not only did I described my life, but my twin sister and my 2 brothers were shocked about my life. They said I'd never complained because, you know, when you're in an abusive marriage, you don't talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I got out of it. And then being financially strapped all the time. That's why when I so enjoyed being a brand ambassador for Dress for Success, because I went through so many times when I would have needed them, but instead we did get secondhand clothes, you know, and I just wore the same clothes over and over and made my own suit, you know.
Given that time in your life, you could have been a client of Dress for Success. And for these women, they come to Dress for Success to start that new chapter, to have a plan. Many of these women are veterans who have served our country, and they have all different kinds of circumstances. And you talk about that in the book. You talk about, you know, modeling to make money, living paycheck to paycheck, the abusive marriage that you were in. I mean, that was very vulnerable to put that out there. And I think that makes you so relatable that no matter what you have today, what you have done, right? Your beauty, your stature, and the cover girl, and all of this supermodel, you've walked the walk. And I think that's really interesting to be able to share those really raw moments of abuse, of struggling to find money.
Yes, I shared the rare moments, and then I said to my editor, I think you should take them out there. They're too sad. And she said, keep them in because women will relate. And women do relate to all different sections of my book because they say it's like my life, or my life was like that, or I'm going to change my life now.
Even at the beginning of your modeling career at 15, you were told by 18 you'd be done.
Well, that was the norm. You know, that was the norm. But then I carried on. And then after my 3 children, I had 3 children in 3 years, then suddenly they needed Mother of the Bride in the runway shows. And they couldn't have an 18-year-old. So a 28-year-old would be perfect. I was the oldest model in South Africa.
The first chapter of the book, I think that's what sucked me in, is silver is the new blonde. And I think so many women can relate to this. Your hair is beautiful. I've got mine coming in. It's coming. No matter what we do, it's coming.
I think you're not old enough to have the gray white hair yet. Yes, I can see that.
But during quarantine, right, we couldn't get our hair done. And I think women are finding this now empowering to allow the silver, allow the gray to come through and not necessarily hide behind the color, but feel like it's okay to show your true colors.
Yes, I had no idea that going white-haired, going natural, well, first of all, my hair is much stronger and richer because, of course, I'm not coloring it and it's not dry and frizzy anymore. And I had no idea that this would be then my calling card because besides encouraging women of all ages to go white, actually teenagers even, trying to match my color, it's just, you need to still have a modern style, but people are loving it, and it's just giving me the best jobs ever. Cover girl at 69. I couldn't dream of that, or else I'd be a crazy lady.
Okay, I want to ask you, what do you think is an accessory or something that you love that you kind of lean to, whether you want to feel dressed up or feel good? Do you have like an heirloom or something that you always go to?
Lipstick.
Oh, I knew it.
It just brightens up your face and makes you smile.
What color do we need? We want to wear the color.
Actually, let me just... Provocateur.
Oh.
Now that makes sense.
It does.
Provocateur. Yeah.
I'm going to buy it now. I'm writing it.
Girl, provocateur. There it is, and there it is.
Perfect.
Good.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Okay, so there was kind of a big event that happened that I know that you witnessed in Florida, the launch of SpaceX. Of course, your adoring son Elon. Tell me about the emotion that you felt at that launch.
Well, I'm always anxious before a launch, but for this launch with 2 astronauts, I just thought the whole of America is on Elon's shoulders, and SpaceX and NASA's, because it's huge. And so you're always a little anxious beforehand, but you don't want to show it because the engineers are talking and Elon is with them and they're smiling and all that. And I'm saying, okay, because I was in mission control, the family could be, I couldn't take photos. You're not allowed to in that area. And then I just see the backs of the engineers' heads and they're all on their computers. And then the launch takes place and it goes up and it doesn't wobble, it doesn't do anything, it goes straight up. It was such a relief. We just had the most fabulous dinner together that night. Just so happy. And yeah. And
we
then
all cried along with
proud of Elon. We're all proud of Elon.
We appreciate your time, May Musk, and your insight. I've thoroughly enjoyed your book, and it was a pleasure meeting you via Zoom.
I know. Thank you.
I mean, she is so lovely, don't you think, Derek? She was so wonderful, and I loved our chat. Was so great.
Yeah, and I'm adding her to my list of people I want to have lunch with. She's a knockout. She is a knockout. Her hair,
beautiful.
I mean, beautiful inside and out.
I know, and she just recently celebrated her 72nd birthday,
wow.
And her book, A Woman Makes a Plan, has been translated in several languages and is available all over the world. And in addition to modeling, she's also a dietitian. And y'all, I'm telling you, you need to check her out on TikTok. She is by far the coolest supermodel grandma you've ever seen.
Supermodel grandma, indeed. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome back to the show. It is our favorite time where we get to highlight the artist of the day for our HL artwork. And today's shout out goes to rising 6th grader Caroline. And I have to tell you, I think she's probably going to be an architect or something, because this sketch, this landscape is so beautiful, don't you think?
It's so beautiful, and it's almost like we're looking at a crossroads, you know, these intersecting angles there, and a nice metaphor for what's happening in the world right now, I would say.
Absolutely, and I think very talented considering she's going into 6th grade. Keep up the great work, Caroline. Nice job.
Yeah, very nicely done. And at the top of today's show, we had asked you to submit your comments on our Facebook page about who you would like to have lunch with. Darren says, oh, Derek and Courtney, because there would be an endless flow of wine with lunch. Hashtag happy hours. Darren, thank you. That is so sweet.
Oh, I love that, Darren. Let's make that happen sometime. Somebody set that up. Okay, Valerie said, George Strait. I've always loved his music and admired his dedication to his family. Plus, he's another native Texan. I bet that would be a great conversation.
A good time. Yeah, I met him a couple years ago. Tried some of his tequila. Very nice guy. And Liz Thomas, Martin Luther King Jr., because we could all use his words of wisdom right now. Well said. So true.
Absolutely. And let's see, probably Gandhi is what Feathers, Fur, and Fins said. We need peaceful guidance. So that would be a great conversation as well.
Peaceful guidance. We could certainly use some of that right now. Well, thanks for the comments. There are a bunch more on our Houston Life Facebook page if you all would like to visit that page and take a look.
Sounds good. Okay, guys, after the break, a local family with a unique summer staycation idea. Y'all, this is so awesome. See how they decided to make the most of their time in quarantine. That's coming up next.
Well, welcome back. It is a beautiful day outside, and meteorologist Eric Brate is standing by now with our forecast. Eric, my goodness, it feels great out there.
It does, and it's a good day to be a weatherman because you've got nothing but a good news story to bring you guys. So let's do that. The beach, a good place to be this afternoon if you got a little extra time and can take a stroll down the beach. It's 88 degrees. It feels like the same as the actual air temperature. There's no heat index. There's no humidity. That's what makes it feel so great. So looking downtown, a bit of a haze in the atmosphere. That's a little bit of pollution, just a touch. 89 degrees, current temperature. We're going to wind up in the low 90s later on this afternoon. We're almost there, so temperature's beginning to plateau a little bit. We're not going to get much warmer than what we have right now. If you're going to be outside, make sure you slather on the sunscreen and don't forget your sun shades on the way out the door. You'll definitely need those. But the northeast wind, keeping the humidity at bay. High pressure firmly in control of our weather. High pressure is sinking air, and that's why we've got the nice quiet weather. The one fly in the ointment is that high ozone levels, keeping our air quality unhealthy. So if you have respiratory issues, you might want to stay inside the air conditioning. Your hair, though, looking fantastic today. Low humidity, no rain. Your forecast for the pool, 92 degrees, feeling like 92. Don't forget to hydrate, not only today, but through the weekend into next week. It's going to be sunny, hot, and dry. Enjoy.
We'll take the dryness. Thanks so much, Eric. Appreciate it. Well, if your family summer vacation plans have been canceled, we have an idea for you. 2 local parents came up with a unique staycation that their family could cherish for many years.
Clint and Lindsay Stuckey created their very own backyard jungle cruise and captured it all on video to share a little joy and inspiration to other families in quarantine.
Welcome aboard the world-famous Jungle Cruise. I am Captain Colin, and I'll be your skipper, guide, and social director for the next 3 months.
We wanted something that would just like bond the kids and something creative for the kids to do where they could learn besides just like routine schoolwork where you sit in a desk. We wanted something creative. We were actually in Washington, D.C. with the kids when this all happened, and so we saw it firsthand from life being pretty normal to life going to completely into the twilight zone.
We were looking out the National Monument at the White House, and I said, I think there's a big group of people out on the lawn just right outside the White House, and that was actually when the first White House briefing took place. As soon as we got home, like she said, everything was different.
Like, even though I felt overwhelmed at home, there were so many other outside obligations that we didn't have. And so I kind of wanted to have them remember this as being like a positive thing rather than them remembering this experience of doing schoolwork and mom yelling at them to clean their rooms.
And she came up with the idea, and I said, all right, well, you plan it all out, and I'll put it all together.
He knows me that I never do anything small. Everything is on like a big grand scale.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world-famous Jungle Cruise. Before our cruise begins, I want to remind all adventurers and adventurettes that no horseplay is allowed.
We shot it all on the iPhone and edited it all on Final Cut. That's been a hobby of mine for 10 or 12 years. Now it came into what it is.
Yeah, it was a group effort for sure. But I remember filming it, and I remember sitting in the water, iPhone in my right hand, and literally pushing the boat with my left hand, and the wind would direct the boat like every which way. And we were telling the kids, okay, move the house.
Move them all to the right side of the pool. Move them all to the left side. It was all hands on deck to try to get a shot. Let's just say there's a lot of blooper reels and outtakes.
My best man sent me my cruise title was the girl who said selfie.
Selfie! Selfie! Selfie!
And this little guy right here was Trader Sam.
Hey, Keaton, can you say I was Trader Sam's?
I have Keith.
You're
That was
Keaton.
Keaton, okay.
My favorite part was probably seeing Trader Sam, aka my little brother, yelling and stuff. It was really cute. And also, I love the fact that we actually all did that, and I was relieved when we were finally done. It's hard at first, but it's worth it at the end. At first, it's like, Mom, really? Why, Mom? Why? Only put like 100 views, and after like an hour, it was like 500. So I'm like, oh, wow.
I think we all learned from this experience, and I thought it taught us to be a little more closer together and a little more appreciative for the things that we have.
Okay, this is part of the adventure. There we go.
Wow, an adventure indeed. You can tell they spent a lot of time on that. A quarantine that family will not soon forget, Courtney.
Oh, no, for sure. By the way, we do have a link to the full video on our website, HoustonLife.tv.
And still ahead on the show, are you tired of eating the same old salad? Why not step up your salad game with a spicy whole leaf Caesar? We've got the recipe next.
Well, welcome back. You know, when trying to eat lighter, salads are always a really good option. But let's be real, eating the same leafy greens all week can be a little bit boring.
No, never. But if you'd like to switch things up a bit, Kyle Noonan with The Rustic in downtown is joining us with a spicy whole leaf Caesar recipe. Easy to prepare. It sounds delicious, Kyle. Great to see you. And before you show us how to make it, first of all, Rustic is back open, right? and you're about to open a brand new location right there at Post Oak and 610.
I know. I'm so excited to be open. We are probably about 30 days away. We're thinking first week of July we'll be open. We're just kind of slow playing it just to see where the climate is and how everything is going. But right now, the Rustic downtown is open and fully operational and doing well. And we have live music 7 nights a week, so it's a lot of fun.
It's a great venue.
It's so great. I know. Live music, food, drink. It does the heart and soul very good. So let's jump into it. You are making this Texas hot Caesar, and my kids are major Caesar salad fans. They love it. So this is kind of kicked up a notch, though, right?
Yeah, obviously we're all kind of worried about the COVID-19 or the quarantine 15 and trying to fight that and get back into our summer playing days. But let me start by asking a little trivia. What country do you think the Caesar salad was invented?
Is it like a Julius Caesar reference?
It's Mexico, isn't it?
It was Mexico. Very good. Most people think it was invented in Italy. It was actually invented in Tijuana, Mexico.
Wow.
So one of the things that we're trying to do at the Rustic, especially our new location in Uptown Park, is take classic items like a Caesar salad, but then put a little Texas twist on it. So I'm going to teach you how to make the dressing, a very simple dressing. You start with about a cup of mayo, and the classics, you got to stay classic. So a classic Caesar, of course, has anchovies. We use anchovy paste. Very strong, very potent, so just a little bit. Obviously, you got to have garlic. We use, again, a garlic paste. You can use fresh garlic as well if you want. Olive oil. Of course, you need some extra virgin olive oil. We do about 2 tablespoons of that. And then here's how we get Texasized. So we do a little chili adobo or chipotle peppers. And not many people know this, but there is a Texas pepper. It's actually called the Texas pepper, and it's 3 times hotter than a jalapeno. So you have to use it sparingly, just a little bit of it. So we put about a 1/4 teaspoon of that Texas pepper in there, dried and ground. And then we do just a squeeze of fresh lemon, half of a lemon, and then give it a whisk. And all you want to do is just get these ingredients to come together all to the party, having a little fun, all dancing around together. And that's it. Now that's a very simple, spicy, not too spicy. It's kind of got a low heat, but just a good Texas kick to it. Now, while that's sitting and coming together, croutons are also a big element of a Caesar dressing. Now, croutons are great if you like a crusty bread to cut your mouth. I don't really care for that, but I do like the crunch. So what we do is we make our croutons, crusty bread, a little olive oil, pepper, put it in the oven at 300 degrees for about 10 minutes just to toast. And then what I like to do is I like to take these croutons, put them in a plastic bag. You can put them in a food processor too. I'm going to do it in a plastic bag for you, just because it's kind of noisy. And then you just crunch these up. You can crunch them up with your hands, or if you have some aggression you need to take out, you can beat them with a rolling pin. You want to get down to kind of a breadcrumb. Just that consistency. I don't know how well you can see it, but just a good crumble. And what you're going to do is you're going to take Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan cheese, equal parts breadcrumb and Parmesan cheese.
Yum.
Give it a stir, a little pepper, a little salt. Give it a whisk, and now we have our dressing. We have our Parmesan cheese crouton crumble. Now we've got to dress our salad. So romaine lettuce. We like to use baby romaine lettuce because it's nice and tender. It's soft. It's delicious. And what you're going to do is you're going to take about 2 tablespoons of this dressing. Get a nice drizzle over each leaf. You want to coat each leaf because one of the things about a salad that I think is important is that every bite has perfect ratio of lettuce, dressing, crouton, cheese. You want to get it all evenly coated. And then you're going to take this crouton Parmesan crumble, give it a nice dusting. Be generous with it. Be very liberal. And so you have the leaves in there nicely dressed. Give it a quick little toss. And now it's time to build. So this is a very, very simple Caesar.
Oh my gosh.
Now what we do, we also serve it with grilled salmon or grilled chicken. But if you're kind of just going light and lean, just the lettuce is fine because this ends up being a beautiful salad.
My mouth is watering already. Kyle, we have less than a minute left, so show us how you put it on this plate. And is this something, because it's the whole leaf, you still use a fork, or is it okay to pick it up with your hands?
This is a knife and fork guy. Little salt, little pepper, a lime or a lemon, and you are ready to eat. So that is a beautiful, delicious Caesar salad. Different. It's a Texas twist with those Texas peppers in there, and then also it's just so good because every bite is perfectly balanced with all the ingredients. You can find this at the new Rustic. We open by the Galleria at Post Oak and 610. We're thinking July 6th is probably going to be the opening date. You can follow me on Instagram though at Kyle Noonan. To get the date, because I'll live stream and give up to the minute information so that you can find out exactly when we're opening and when you can get this Caesar salad in person.
Well, Kyle, we're drooling over here. That salad looks amazing. I love that it was kicked up a notch, Texas style, and congratulations on the new location there at Uptown Park. Can't wait to see you there soon. And for the complete recipe, you can go to our website, HoustonLife.tv. Great to see you, Kyle. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. Appreciate seeing you guys again.
Yeah, see you at the restaurants. And still ahead on Houston Life, Lauren Kelly and her boyfriend Gabriel are showing us a simple recipe for making tropical tequila sunrise popsicles. We like to call them poptails. That's next.
Hey, can I have some?
Yeah. You want to try?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's pretty good. It's just missing something, though.
Yeah, you're right. Tequila.
Welcome to the Kelly Kitchen. Yes, we are back here with a very delicious summer tasty treat that we thought we would share with you, which is perfect by the pool. It's going to be great for Father's Day coming up, and maybe even the 4th of July. Yeah. Nice, cool, refreshing tropical tequila sunrise poptails, because they're part popsicle and part cocktail. And today, we're gonna make these using some very, very simple ingredients.
So you're gonna need 2 cups of pineapple juice, 3/4 of a cup of tequila, and 1/4 of a cup of grenadine.
All right, so the grenadine is very dense, and what happens is it sinks to the bottom, and it makes these beautiful tropical colored poptails that we're gonna show you today. You'll need a popsicle tray. You can use any one that you choose, any kind of mold, and you'll need a pitcher to mix all of your ingredients in. You'll need something to stir the ingredients with, and if your popsicle tray doesn't have a top, a lid, or sticks included, you can always take a piece of foil and use a craft stick, and it will hold it there right in place.
So what Gabriel is doing is combining 2 cups of the pineapple juice with 3/4 a cup of tequila, and mixing that all in our pitcher. This is also where you'd add the fresh pineapple if you'd like. Next, you'll fill your popsicle mold 3/4 full with the pineapple juice and tequila. After that, you'll pour 1 teaspoon of grenadine into each cup.
Now I'm going to take the covers. But for you guys that don't have a popsicle tray with sticks included, is put a piece of foil over the top, just like this. And then I'm going to stick this stick right there, and it will hold it in place while it freezes. Okay, after these have been frozen for a good couple of hours, you're welcome to open it up and take a look. Ta-da! Ooh. 3/4 of a cup of tequila is plenty.
All right, cheers.
Oh man, I know what I'm making this weekend. Those look delicious.
They did a great job. Visit our website for the recipe.
We'll be right back.
Monday. Today, make your appointment at the Woodlands Mall and the Twin Peaks restaurant and off of I-10 in Kirkwood. You can find the info on our website. That's click2houston.com/blood-drive.
Very nice, such an important cause. And coming up tomorrow on Houston Life, we're getting to know Lisa Hernandez. She joined the KPRC Channel 2 News Today team this month. We're gonna get a chance to chat with her about her professional life, life at home, from her lack of cooking skills to her devotion to her rescue dogs. And by the way, fun fact, something she and I share in common, we both attended UCLA.
And cheers to the weekend. We have 3-ingredient cocktail recipes. Whether you're planning a virtual happy hour or a date night for 2, we've got you covered. Plus, don't have fancy bar tools? Well, forget it. You don't need them. We're going to share alternatives you have laying around that work just as fine.
And before we go today, we do want to share one last comment from one of our viewers. Johanna wrote in when we asked the question who she would like to have lunch with, and she says, little me, about 5 years old. She needs to remind herself of that wonderful magic thinking she had back in the day. That is a lovely sentiment, Johanna. Thank you for sharing.
I love that. That's so sweet. Thank you for sharing. Thanks to all of our comments for sure. And one day, Derek, you and I will sit down and have a nice lunch conversation.
We will.
Together, face to face.
But in the meantime, I'm going to go home and make some boozy popsicles. See you guys tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Bye.